Just that becomes really to last. As I do, the most marvelous is the judgment in this. Our childlike lives and is not created. Those who some call it are elements. For the weak, all that is. For the worthy, and means power beyond all pair, and the great charge to be declared. Was his dying of his great graces, our sons, our minds, our organs of state, that's all which makes no sense. Or without fear. We walk over the ancient guardian of the unborn land. There is now. Their laws is now. We forge unbreakable in the spirit realm. It's just like we are spirit. This chart is going to
Used to be when people talked about the end of the world, we locked them up, or laughed them off. Sometimes both. But we never took them seriously. Maybe we should have. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Better to start at the beginning, with the abduction of Desmond Miles, my son. This boy had no ambition, no direction, no plans for the future. What he did have was a heritage, one he chose to deny. It nearly cost him his life. He was captured and imprisoned. Those who took him believed he could help them find something. The apple. One of several artifacts we call pieces of Eden. Bits of ancient technology scattered across the globe. Some hidden, some found, all of them dangerous. Most are held by a single group, the same group that now had Desmond. You know them as Abstergo Industries. We know them as the Templars, as the enemy. We've been fighting them for thousands of years, even longer if you believe the stories of their origins. I do. After all, I've seen the truth. That's the beauty and the horror of the Animus. A device that allows us to enter and experience the lives of our ancestors. It holds the power to change everything, to show us history the way it really happened. Up until its creation, to the victor went the spoils, went the truth. We're trying to fix that, to free minds and bodies both. But there's only so much that we can do, and the Templars have the upper hand these days. But something larger than the Assassins and Templars is approaching, bigger than all of us. And if we can't find a way to stop it, these next few weeks will probably be our last. Everyone's last. In the end, it all comes down to him. To Desmond. Through the Animus, he discovered his heritage, explored the lives of his ancestors, and uncovered their secrets. When that was done, he trained. He used another ancestor to provide decades of experience in the span of a few days. It worked. We think. We hope. Soon, though, soon we'll know. That ominous date fast approaches, December 21st, 2012. None of us knows what it'll bring, only that this is where they want us to be, when it does. They've been guiding us in their own fractured, frustrating way. These voices from the first civilization, the ones who came before, a precursor race of immense power and uncertain motives. They're the ones who made the pieces of Eden. This is where they've led him, and through him, us. He stands at the entrance to this long-lost place, armed with the knowledge of Altair and the abilities of Ezio. He holds in his hands the apple of Eden, and we stand at his side, ready to support him however we can. His name is Desmond Miles, and he has brought us to the end. We're here. Let's go.
Over others. I bet you saw you learning shit here. Well, you did. Fine. So let's play. There were several recharts in my high school, but not to get too excited about except 3. And my fault waiting and to destroyed. Eventually they have a target on me, especially the sense of tone. background speech. It started with my fault plans. Be 15 in 2 months in freshman year. Never seen a retard before, so I was out here with shit stuff. It all that's weird.
I didn't mean to get involved.
People know me so much.
In another moment, down went Alice's
No, you think about
eyes,
Bubble Pal.
never once considering how in the world
Mickey, what did you do? You see your friend over there made a big mistake. Him and Big Bird tried pushing our turn on the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse side, swinging that shit. And I've been sent to deliver a message. I'm only saying you put all that shit behind you, you quit. I need extra money, dude. Child support is whipping my ass, dude. Oh, boy. Child support is not the only thing that's about to whip that ass.
It's actually concrete with big splat that you can smell it. Wrangler comes just in time before one sits on my face with a shit smeared ass. Gets tension even though I was helping a 9 out of 10 hot girl. I later engaged her after we talked about me helping in that situation. My revenge would not come immediately, but it was glorious nonetheless. Enter Timmy the Destroyer. Only potato target down into the school. Charge strength is easy to see as he destroys anything that doesn't bend to justice. Actually kind of cool for a retarded kid. Always tries to make people stop bullying and stop doing bad things. One day near Thanksgiving break, a group of black kids picked on this skinny kid from band and started to get physical. Timmy prints her injured slowly covered by black kids. Busts chest down and his directional face. Screams. Like, they kid his ass, get no tough. Anyway, stay. Shenanigans takes teachers and spray regularly 3 weeks to see Jimmy. Black kids service them in school. And they destroy your attendant. Months later, Jimmy and March switch Jimmy standing in the six. I think they are not his ex. Yeah. Since they are starting marriage, it's pretty nice and since we shift. Guess we was no friend. So right from my baby, he wasn't seeing to where things. It's a huge right. It's a message to seems it's just fuck was in target to be listening for that stress like that. To be
The key. You must find the key.
Son?
Sir.
Here we go again.
Desmond?
Do you hear us?
Yeah. What happened?
The temple triggered a bleeding effect. You collapsed and entered into a fugue state.
So naturally you dropped me into the animus instead of, I don't know, making sure I was okay?
You weren't in any danger. Besides, the temple appeared to be communicating with you, and I didn't want to risk that connection. At least not until we knew what it wanted.
Right. Of course.
Son,
No, it's fine. I get it. And I know what I'm looking for, by the way.
Key.
It's a key. There's no idea where it is, though. I guess that's why she triggered the bleeding effect.
She?
Juno, Dad. She's talking to me.
Okay, Desmond. While you were, visiting Constantinople, we picked up a software update for the animals. I'd like to run a couple of quick tests, make sure there aren't any major issues.
All right. What do you need me to do?
We'll start simple. Walk to the marker over there.
Jeff and my son have been playing the game for some time before the typical school. To me, it's the that's the last incident. Basically, it's about make sure.
Okay, Desmond. Let's practice climbing on these objects.
Next year, August. I thought for instance, just that stuff on it's like some people like to stroke.
We'll make sure to give it up.
If you true things, easily tell something on. My thoughts waves can't be contained for much longer. It's time to stroke. GF tells Tilly he needs to watch that team.
Free run your way through this little obstacle course.
So it's a lot. I wish that you read this from on the sides. Make it my fault. Players, trying to age church, certainly influencers with the Mongols.
That's a constraint. These are optional objectives that raise your synchronization rate. Alright, Desmond. Follow the on-screen instructions and kill the 2 Templars. All you have to do here is jump the gap.
Right moves execute. My fault was submitted to a silent and spin. Stay down, shows the something says it's new. Typically, the birth of that season, some second summer, nice.
Synchronization levels look good now. We should be able to build the world. Time to find out what the temple wants from you.
Scours the temple. So that's the line that strikes and accepted them at the time. It says, the new universe, and epic tongue Hail Mary passes it on the basement. Playing song something practice. To be ready to stretch. It's something.
Sir.
Right, sir.
Everything all right, sir?
Yes, fine. I'm just preoccupied, that's all.
Don't forget your invitation. Master First will be meeting you inside.
Thank you.
Where shall I retrieve you once you're done?
Front of the Opera House. And be quick about it. Don't expect to be here long.
I'll bring a round clock.
Nervous laughter and then literally say, I'm getting fired. Well, it's only by my chair. That's just Jimmy throws the dodge flying against the hospital. Starter scurry of nature stuff. Me, 16 at grocery store getting snacked up.
Invitation,
Standing in
please.
shit aisle getting wheat thins.
Shall I
Parking
take your
mother
coat,
start
sir?
pulling style. Maybe we chips new. Fine, you may get one bag. Tard waddles up next to me. Nothing much, just keep looking for the price of these delicious smoked wheat thins. Mom starts mumbling. Snooch. What? You do chips? Oh, yeah. What? To get
Good
snacks.
evening, sir.
To get
This way,
snacks.
please.
Yeah. To get snacks. What the shit? OGR.
My apologies.
He harnesses the power of the 7 tards and flips out. jumps into my cart, takes bag of chips, tears it to shreds with his teeth. Mom starts walking over. Take your time, not
Evening,
Farquaad.
Hatham.
Tard rocks over
not
the cart, runs past
Can't tell you how
shelves,
happy
knocking
I was
all
to
of
hear
the
they'd
bags
mounted
and
this
boxes
revival.
off.
Gabe's
Belly
best
flops
work
onto
by
chip
far.
bags, all of them pop.
Have you seen it before?
Once.
You
My father
can
brought me
do
here as a
this.
child.
What,
Though I remember little of it.
I
I don't suppose tonight will afford me the luxury of a proper viewing either.
Maybe
No, I'm afraid it
17,
won't.
just got paid. Taking
On to
little
business,
Rose to
then.
Arby's to get some dinner.
Do you see
Waiting in
him?
a long-ass line. See a 300-pound lard-ass neckbeard who was afflicted with the downs, carrying a Naruto body pillow. Cuts everybody in line and
He's
demands a
seated in one of
roast
the
beef
boxes above.
sandwich. The cashier lady gives in and
There's
lets
old
him
Walt.
cut, so she doesn't get fired for upsetting a tard. The man pays for his sandwich and
I already
immediately
have.
heads for the bathroom. By the time I order our food, I had already forgotten about the lard tard. Sit down with my bro to eat. When my bro is done, he says he needs to go to the bathroom before we go. He walks into the bathroom and immediately starts screaming. I run to him to see if he's alright. My brother is throwing up on the ground because of the tard's stank out sweat. The tard was at the sink fucking his roast beef sandwich. Oh god, the fucking smell.png. He nuts and proceeds to take a bite. He then proceeds to fuck it some more. Me and my bro escape to the lobby of the establishment where the manager calls the police. My face when the man is dragged out with the sandwich still hanging on his dick. My face when my 5-year-old brother is now scared of roast beef. Be in middle school, probably like 14. Remembrance Day assembly. Have to do a moment of silence thing. Hear slight squeaking in the back of gym. Tard starts to groan. I can feel a smirk coming on. Groaning becomes screaming. Squeaking becomes thrashing. Kids start howling. Trying so hard not to laugh, I tense up my entire body. Other tards start to yell. Faces going red. Every tard in the gym is now screaming at the top of their lungs. 21 tard salute. Be me. Yesterday. Go to mall with friends. Go from store to store, having a good time. After buying what we wanted, we go to a fast food restaurant in the mall. Plan to end the day with a movie in the mall's built-in AMC theater. Until this severely overweight neckbeard tard walks into the restaurant wearing a toy infinity gauntlet. This gonna be bad.
Yeah, that wave.
Decide to fuck
With a
the
tard.
while it
That's
walks by.
Nice
lightsaber, Batman.
It shrieks
Please kill a fourth of 1,000 kazoos. Eat of my lightsaber.
Oh, my
You
ears
just
don't
got give.
It proceeds to
The
pull me
love
out of my
of
seat
feet.
and punch me in the
And
chest
good.
with
Who's only glove with a fourth of 1,000 Mexicans.
complete shock,
Got
unable to move. I took punch after punch to the chest.
Yes.
And my lazy
Got
ass friends just
friends.
sat there
Got their
watching until
women.
they
Like,
realized I
realize I
couldn't
couldn't
keep
keep
taking
taking
punches.
punches.
It took all 5 of my friends to restrain this sack of shit. They waited for its
It's Wrangler,
wrangler to come in
Tom.
and take the tard
I
away
know
while
he's
they were lean and wheezing,
wheezing.
trying to breathe. After 20 minutes, they took me to the hospital to make sure that I didn't have any broken ribs. It wasn't anything serious, just a badly bruised chest. I'm still kind of sick, so it hurts like hell to cough. Fuck you, Thanos Tard. First year teaching. Be teaching freshman history in the cafeteria due to the size of the class. Fats McGee and his retard 3 walk in, push past me, and go to the vending machine. Turn around and bitch them out. See they're retarded. Fats McGee long size with me. I am suddenly very, very aware of just how large and ape-like Fats McGee is. In those eyes, I see no desire except that to inflict violence. Fats McGee gets his arm stuck in vending machine trying to reach up and pull chips out. Suddenly a lot less intimidating. Fats McGee starts screaming and flailing, twists his arm
bad.
I simply stare.
There.
Tard guard comes in trying to
Free him.
The retard 3
Freeze wrangling and crying.
My entire
Let's
class
start to watch the chaos.
One of the retard 3 starts blaming me and his sputtering retard dog. What? Fats McGee wets himself, lies there in a puddle of his urine crying. arm still on the vending machine.
For what it's worth,
Firefighters had to come and cut the
I'm
vending
sorry.
machine to shit to free him.
As am I.
Thus begins a legend of unstoppable Tard. His eyes lock with mine one final time as they lead him away. I see in those eyes smoldering rage. This job's going to suck. Teaching about mental disorders, ironically, Fats McGee and his retard 3 walk in out of the blue and sit at desks. What are you doing? Retard looks at me, starts emitting this horrible screech gurgle noise. My face went. The noise continues. Start preparing to evacuate the class. Fats McGee suddenly lowers his head. Vomits all over the fucking desk. All over the floor. There are undigested hunks of hot dog floating around in his stomach acid. The other 3 tardlets that follow Fats McGee start laughing and running around. I go to get the tard guard. Tard guard have gone outside to let the retards flail. Play kickball. There's 3 of them. Oh, will you bring them up here? No. Come get them. Lead tard guard down to classroom. Tard guard rounds up Fats McGee and the retard 3. Walks out. Doesn't do anything about the bottom desk. Have to teach outside all day because of the fucking smell. 6 months after the first incident, sitting in the classroom, working on some school stuff. At this point, I'm trying to get my master's. You're running in the hall. Glance up. Fats McGee and his retard 3 are running down the hall, bursting into classrooms and waving to teachers that actually like them. Stare as they burst into my classroom. One waves. Don't wave back. Please go. You're disrupting my classroom. Tard walks in. Stares. I stare back. Lets out the same high-pitched gurgle noise. A noise I'd come to call the Song of the Tard. Starts trying to take the pile of essays I'm grading. What the fuck, stop. Tard guard walks in. Oh, there you are.
Rather dull, truth be told.
Oh, there. Oh. This tard guard managed to lose her tards. Coughs.
Shall we be off then?
They can't help
The
it.
fleece and bride.
I personally
Buy
don't
your
buy that
club.
they can't help it because I have a special ed family member who doesn't act like that. Please leave. Bitch mode 3000 engaged. I get bitched at. Go to the principal's office with tard guard.
He got all
Gentlemen,
uppity
I
because
hold
my
in my
special
hand
ed
a
student
key.
entered his
If this
classroom.
book is to
He
be
must hate
believed,
special
will open
ed.
the doors of a
Why
storehouse
would they
built
with you?
by those who came
Young bitch
before.
goes quiet. She gets fired 2 weeks later.
Those who ruled, reigned, and vanished from the world.
Cramming for my final exam in
what
childhood
president held
education
there?
to get my master's.
It could contain certain
Class is
knowledge,
taking notes
perhaps a
while I press
weapon
shit on
or something as
PowerPoint,
yet
barely
unknown,
paying attention.
unfathomable in its construction.
Suddenly,
and
you're a
purpose.
girl in my class
It could be any of
screaming.
these things,
Stand
or
up,
none of them.
expecting someone to have a knife because I teach in one of the
They are
shittiest
still an
schools in the
enigma,
nation.
these precursors.
Fats McGee
But
and
of one
his
thing I
retard
am
3 have
certain.
walked in and started
Whatever
screaming
waits behind
into
those
my
doors
heart.
shall
This
prove a
girl
great
tried to
boon
steal
to
her
us
orange
all.
Manta.
Or
I'm just about
our
had enough of this
enemies,
fucking shit.
should they find it first.
Grab Fats McGee by his jawbone.
You've seen to
Fats starts screaming and struggling. His
I
buddies
assume
start
you know
running.
where the
Don't
storehouse
care.
is.
Drag Fats McGee back to the tard
Mr.
cage,
Harrison.
aka Subject
Gentlemen.
Gentleman. Throw open door during quiet time. Scream at tard guard. Second time this semester, and after one of you have been fired because of it,
That's
learn to
also
do your
roundabout.
job.
My apology.
Shove Fats in. Friends follow. Walk back to classroom, but not before seeing the Fats had royally shit himself. Bad enough that it doesn't even look like a stain. It looks like actual shit is dribbling from his pants. Laugh all the way back to my classroom. Slam door. Let students watch Man vs.
And that is why
Wild.
we've called you here,
Glass.
Master
The
Kenway.
hand sanitize
We'd
so
like for
much
you
the
to
rest
travel
of
to
the day I start
America,
taking skin
locate
off.
the storehouse,
Don't
and
even
take
get
possession of its
fucked.
contents.
Fats must
I'm
be a
your
sophomore
command.
about this point.
Although a job of this
I have my
magnitude will
master's
require
and
more
plan on
than
working
just
on my
myself.
doctorate
Of
soon.
course.
I've become the
Upon
baseball
this
coach
paper
because
are
the
the names
previous
of
one was
5 men
arrested for
sympathetic to
diddling
our
the pickle
cause.
of students.
Each is also
Lead
uniquely suited
students
to aid
towards
you in your
field for
endeavor.
fourth block.
With them at your
Which is
side,
practice
one for
/ strength and
Well,
conditioning.
Then I'd best be
Targets
on my
around
way.
the field.
I knew our
Yes,
faith in you was not
Tard
misplaced.
guard. They
We
since
booked
the
you a
Tards
passage
only
to
had the
Boston.
field for
Your
third
ship
block.
leaves at dawn.
Tard guard, a hot one that I actually like.
Go forth, hey
Starts
people,
rounding
and
them
bring
up
honor to
on
us
the
all.
job. Fats McGee decides to continue what will be a war until he graduates. Fats looks at me, starts running away from the Tard guard. Tard guard begins pursuit. Fats runs up the bleachers. He gets to the top and hurls his blue jeans at the tard guard. The tard guard is pegged and now wrapped in shit-covered blue jeans. Fats is showing immense stamina, capable of running while creating a massive fucking trail. He spins every time a guard gets close, becoming a literal whirlwind of shit. The guard points at me and finally stops running. My face went. We practiced in the gym that day. Later the same year as the baseball field incident, it's homecoming day, which means we don't do shit. And there are various activities for the kids. Sitting on bleachers studying because I'm a fucking nerd. You're flanking.
Some fresh air might do me good.
Christ. Here comes Fats McGee at his retard 3. Fats tries to do the coolest slide the bullies do in movies and ends up slamming into me. Stink. He smelled like 40-year-old boiled cabbage that had been left out in the sun and marinated in piss and horse jizz. His retard 3 sit in front of me, facing me. Female friend passes by, is clearly pleased by my friendliness towards the tards.
And then all will be well.
Choose to accept brownie points, but hoping in my heart that the look of terror on my face betrays the idea of being friendly.
Though you don't
Three
sit
are
right
still
with the
staring.
others. Have faith,
One
my
is
friend.
moving, and
You'll
it's from
see. Well. Seems our esteemed
Can you
guest
stop
is
that?
deigned to grace us with his presence. You might want to head back to your quarters.
Fats is
Perhaps
screeching
that's no
at
place for tender
Light
parnels.
starts flashing before my eyes.
So
The baseball player walks up, starts making loud noises.
Fancy yourself a joker, eh? Let's see how funny you find this.
I become best friends with the player.
That's enough, Graves. Stay out of this.
Begin plotting my revenge. Notice there's shit stains on the bleacher next to me. That was really misread. Move to a new bleacher. Resume revenge plotting. Second semester, Fats sophomore. There have been many minor events between part 5 and 6, but nothing that could be
Please, call this off.
has been dealing
If the
with Fats
captain
with
sees
issues.
it.
with the captain.
And
To hell with you, Mills.
He and
Who
Gray,
signed you
as a
on
senior,
anyway?
have become steadfast allies against the Tard Minutes. I discovered that I'm going to have to cancel practice the day before a big game because of a disco-themed prom for the Tard Empire. I begin plotting with Ray. Ray finds
We're ready to
Fats
go again if
friends
you are.
at some point.
This is unwise.
Gives Fats
Why
his
is that?
roses $15
You think I'm afraid, are you?
to prom. Witness
you
the
should
crowd
be.
and start funding Fats with it. Ray convinces me to go to prom, but he's being a big peer buddy, telling me that it would be worth it. Sitting, being bored and irritated at Ray. Suddenly,
Wipeout.
His dick and starts rubbing against
How do you
Fats.
like these odds?
Fats panics and starts screeching.
I like them just fine, thank you.
He's occupied. Oh my god, Ray, you didn't. Oh my god, I totally did, Coach. Suddenly, Fats goes into rage mode.
What's the meaning of this?
Fats whips out his own show-like turn penis and starts doing
Explain yourself at once, Mr. Kenway.
These thought we were simply passing the time with a bit of sport, Captain.
Fats suddenly grabs his target.
How about you pass the time by doing your
Fats
goddamn
together
jobs
with the
instead?
pictures.
I wasn't aware I was paying you to loll about.
Target guard. All hell.
A word,
breaks
please,
loose.
Mr. Kenway.
Fats has removed his pants completely and is waving his dick
Oh, I
around,
nearly
pissing
forgot.
on everything. The retard 3 have all started
There's
cock
an
dueling. I'm staring, awestruck at what Ray has wrought. Fats looks at me. Oh, fucking Jesus, it's the end here. Fats slams into me at full
I don't
retard
care for you,
and
Mr.
starts
Kenway.
screaming in my
I've had nothing
face.
but trouble since you came
Ray
aboard.
pulls him off,
Your
but gets in
problems
trouble
have
later
nothing
for
to do with me.
attacking the kid
I beg
because of
your
ultimate
pardon.
mother
You're a
bitch
poor
mode.
leader,
I
ill-tempered and
stand,
cruel.
covered in
It's
tar
clear
urine
there's no
and
respect
shit.
for you.
Will shower forever when I get home. I think at that point, Fats
I don't want
realized
to
how
argue.
bad he fucked
In
up,
fact,
because
I
he
need
just
a
started
favor.
crying. Thus, the beginning of
this
the
is
end
rich.
had arrived.
I suspect
I was
some of
forced
the
to
men
remove
intend
Ray
to
from the
mutiny.
team because of the prom incident,
Really?
but
What
we're
is the
still
problem?
fast friends
As I
even
cannot
after he
trust any of
graduates.
them,
I'm entering my
compelled to
third
turn
year of
to you.
teaching and Fats' junior
And
year.
why should I help?
It's taken all summer, but I finally figured out my
Because if
plan.
they do intend
I
to
can't get
betray,
damaged
I'm the only
in
hope you
school,
have
or
of
they'd find a
reaching
way to blame
America
me
alive.
or the school. I have to
Well,
find a way to get Fats
will
to
it be?
damage me outside of school.
If what you say
I know
is
for a
true,
fact Fats is
what
turning
other choice do
18
I
soon
have?
because he was held back a
Thank
year
you.
in middle school. So I could get him tried as an adult. I used a cookie to befriend one of his retard 3, and now I'm a spy in the
I'll not
base.
hesitate but to
I
cut
learned that
off your
Fats'
head
birthday is
myself.
March 31st, the
I'll
second
not
semester of his junior year. Excellent.
Excellent.
While I plan, I continue being a good teacher, and am close to getting my PhD.
Good day.
One day, after moving to a new classroom, Fats begins to fade from my mind because I'm not so close to him. Then it happens. Finally, March rolls around. April 1st comes. It is time. I start learning Fats' pattern, what he does for fun. It turns out Fats is an avid fan of movies and loves going to the cinema. Finally, I use my spy to learn when Fats is going to be at a movie.
Mr.
I
Kenway.
drive to the theater and spot Fats in line. It's time. I prepare myself before walking towards the
Whatever
movie.
they're up to,
I don't
I
let
believe
him
it's
see
coming
me
to
until
an
we're in the concession line. Just my luck.
best go
I
to
made
work.
fresh popcorn and he had a bucket. This is going to hurt really fucking bad, but it'll be worth it. Fats turns around. Mouth. Found you, fuck nugget. Fats starts screaming. Sing me to my sleep, B. Incoming final boss battle. Stare down Fats. Fats starts freaking the fuck out and shaking. Mother turns towards me, eyes widen as she recognizes me. Just grin. Fats suddenly throws the steaming popcorn at me and lunges on me. I'm getting wailed on by a retard. Security suddenly comes and yanks him off. Spot one security guard that looks familiar. Holy shit, it's Ray. Police are called because I'm goofy. I press charges. His mother rages and says I provoked him. Teachers from school testify that Fats was always incredibly aggressive and rage-filled. Every incident he ever caused is brought into it. Fats is found guilty as an adult of 4th-degree assault and is given 9 months in jail, plus a $5,000 fine. I walk out of the courthouse, stare at the clouds. It is finished. No matter what happens, no matter how old I get,
You there.
I'll never
I have some
forget
questions for you.
Fats McGee.
Nice, but I ain't got time to gossip. Probably won't have anything useful to share anyway. You want information? Try the cook or the doctor. Everyone's always chatting them up.
Sniveling little down shit. And thus ends Tale of Fats McGee. Be in 5th grade. Be in AI class. It's like advanced shit for kids. The teachers decided to for us to spend a day with the Tard kids because we were ahead of schedule for marking green. I had never seen a Tard previous to this encounter, so I did not know what to expect. I walk into the Tard HQ. It seems to be a regular classroom filled with ugly-ass kids. Everybody is assigned their own personal Tard to talk to. I get assigned Neil. I walk up to the Tard and say, "Hello, I'm Phil." One fluid word, "Hey, Phil." He says this whenever he is within 30 feet of me. And it becomes my only warning of the inevitable oncoming shitstorm. Sit down and see he is cutting paper. Ask him what he's making. Reams. What? Tard starts to make the screeching sound. The only thing I can compare it to is the sound of a fucking raptor. A fat downy Tard runs up to us. Neil gets up and continues his rap Tard roar directly in her face. Downy Tard goes batshit, engages Tard strength, and flips the entire table over. Neil not only continues his Tard roar, but moves closer to the Downy child. The Down kid just starts screaming and tries to run for the door. Forgets to open it and smashes into it head first. K.O. Neil silences his roar. Sits down and continues cutting the papers and nothing happened. JPG. Tard wranglers run in and control Neil.
Won't be serving for another couple hours. Some biscuits in the barrel if you're desperate.
My friends is the first.
Actually, I've come with a question.
What's that?
Have any of the men been acting strange recently? Said anything that struck you as out of the ordinary?
The boys cry about the rations, as if there's anything I can do about it. But beyond that, I ain't heard much. My advice, go find James. His ears are always open.
And where might I find him?
Right behind you, actually. He's the one sitting on the barrel.
Nothing due to the events of the last time. hear the sound yet again, except this time directly in my ear. He had just appeared at my side. He had to be at least 30 or so feet in the other direction previously. This speech. Wave awkwardly to him. Hey, Neil. He extends a bag of Cheetos he had in his hand in my direction. Thanks, Neil. My friend, the devastation Neil is capable of reaches over and grabs one of the Cheetos out of the bag without hesitating. Pushes my friend's turning into his eyes. Engage Raptor. This one was in short bursts. It appears as if he has different roars for different situations. Fred says, "What's wrong with him?" Say nothing, as I do not want to feel Neil's wrath. Fred backs away as Neil approaches, chewing the Cheeto. Neil lets out one last violent, hard roar and hurls himself at my friend, knocking him over. He jams his hand in my friend's mouth and retrieves the evidence of the Cheeto, while continuing his torment directly at his face. He stands up and eats literally half of the Cheeto after silencing his roar. Hardwringer comes speeding down the hallway and grabs Neil by the wrist to hold him back to Target HQ. Waves at me.
Are you James?
Aye.
Ethan Kenway. Pleased to meet you.
I know who you are.
I was hoping you could answer some questions.
I figured as much, but not here. Follow me.
You see,
Oh, what do you want to know?
Have you seen or heard anything out of the ordinary since we left port? Anything that gives cause for concern?
Some of the men have been gathering at night on the upper deck. I've only caught bits of their conversations, so I can't say for certain what they're up to. But I suspect it bodes ill.
Is it a mutiny they're planning?
I enter the Target HQ.
All I know is they've little love for the captain. Mills has been trying to talk him down, but there's only so much one man can do.
Thank you for the information.
I only wish to see us reach the colonies alive.
He gives me one of his toothy tart grins. Sit next to him and look at the book. Dr. Seuss has a cat and a hat. A tall, skinny kid walks over towards us. I could tell that he was a dick from the second I saw him. What are you reading, you? Snatch his book out of Neil's hand. This book is for babies. Nick gets up. Little babies. James holds it above his head. Talk to it. Neil's rage is apparent. It is that of 1,000 suns. Neil sounds his rapid screech. This is slightly different from his roar. Its sole effect is to piss off other tards. Stupid Neil, take your book. Too late for that, bud. Neil continues to approach, with his fist above his head as far as he can reach. The screech continues. At this point, Tard HQ is compromised, and tards are going crazy. Crayons and shit are being thrown. One tard is curled into a ball in a puddle of piss. AI class is told to evacuate. I stay to watch the imminent blows. James is out punching his ears for dear life. Neil is finally within striking distance of James. He throws his mighty fist down into James's nuts with the equivalent of 7,000 bacon hammers. James drops and begins to throw him onto the magic carpet. Neil silences the screech, picks up the book James had stolen from him, and sits down to read it directly in James's pile of throw-up. But why, .jpg? He looks up at me with that toothy grin as I just stare. Tard Wranglers bust in, and one grabs me to bring me to safety. The others grab the debilitated James and Neil. Neil screams after me, "Thank you!" I just watch as he is hauled off to the principal's office, not giving a single bit of resistance. That day was known as End Day up until I left for the high school. Neil Part 3. We in second marking period now. Neil has been suspended for pulverizing James's nuts. He's back now. I have started to look forward to our days helping retards just because of Neil. Unfortunately, it's not that day. Be in art class. The teacher says we have a tard coming to our class from now on because the school has started a new integration program for tards. Neil walks through the fucking door. Class, this is Neil. Hello, Neil, we say in unison as I waved. Teacher lets him sit next to me because he knows me. James walks into class after him. Oh shit, nigger.jpg. James is introduced to class and is put at the same table as us just by luck. We are starting watercolor painting right now. Neil decides he wants to paint an apple because that's what I was painting. James starts shit with us because he's a dick. Neil ignores him because he's fucking Neil and he doesn't give a fuck. James, obviously angered by being ignored by me and Neil, pours all of his paint onto my painting. Don't give a fuck, but Neil sure as hell did. That's Raptard Roar, short burst mode. This is when I found out that the short bursts mean he's about to wreck shit. Neil throws all his paint right into James's eyes as the class looks on with horror. James can't see shit, and Neil has taken out Skittles that I assume he had hidden in the foreskin of his penis. I found out he's uncircumcised in a later incident, and begins pelting James with them. He's hurling these at Mach 5 speeds into him. James falls off the stool he's sitting on, brings the girl sitting next to him along too. Neil walks around the table, picks up the paint and slowly empties it onto both James and the girl. It is apparent that Neil does not give two shits about civilian casualties. The roar has stopped. Kids are all huddled into the corner aside from me, the two tards and the poor girl caught in the mix. Teachers signal for tard wranglers outside. James and Neil are picked up and taken from the classroom. Neil is in complete and utter peace while being carried away. He simply waves at me. And that was the end of the school's integration program after the girl who got wrecked parents attempted to sue the school. Neil, the story of the lightning raptard. Be in 7th grade now. Haven't seen Neil in over a year. He and his parents had moved to a different school district, possibly due to the previously mentioned problems with this one. In the 3rd marking period. It's okay, not the same without Neil though. Walking down the hall one day, lo and behold, Neil is walking down the hall, all 5 feet of him. Run up to him, hey Neil, you coming back to school again? Hey, Jim. He now has his own personal tard wrangler at all times except for lunch, who explains everything to me. Unfortunately, I have no classes with Neil due to the whole integration system being destroyed by the wrath of Neil. I see him in the halls all the time, though. You see, the thing about our middle school is that it has multiple buildings, which you have to travel outside to get to. As I mentioned before, Neil possesses lightning speed, which he doesn't display very often. One day, while I'm walking the woodshop with my friends, I see something that moves past me, followed by a familiar noise. The lightning raptard's mighty roar. 50 feet behind him is the wrangler, unable to keep up with him. Everybody looks on in shock as Neil plows directly through a small Asian girl carrying her books. As previously stated, Neil doesn't give two shits about civilian casualties. Neil looks behind to see how far he is from the wrangler. He silences his roar as he can see he has won. Neil fails to see the glass door directly in front of him, though, and plows through it, just as he did the Asian girl. Neil is out. Tard Wrangler finally catches up and picks up Neil to bring him back to Tard HQ, just as he comes back to consciousness. Neil sees me as he's being carried away. Neil is back, everybody. Be in 6th grade still, only a week left of school. Neil has been rather quiet lately, mainly because me and my friends now let him sit with us at lunch and whatnot, because he has never disrupted anything, and there was always the possibility of Neil unleashing his wrath yet again. So James wasn't near him without Tard Wrangler's supervision often. AI teacher thinks that this is a wonderful idea for us to throw an end-of-the-year party with the Tards. Teacher has no idea of the sequence of events which she has set forth. The party is to be held 3 days before the end of school, and it has to be 80s themed. By the end of the day, I have my hair slicked back and in a white t-shirt because I'm lazy and unoriginal. The AI class has set up the entire thing: soda, candy, food, music, and whatnot. I talk to my friends as we wait for the Tards to enter. The turrets make their entrance into the gymnasium where this is being held.
What?
Most
It
of the
shows
turrets
that?
look, well, retarded. Neil is dressed up as Michael Jackson. He looks fucking badass.
Curious.
Neil walks over to us. Everybody says hi.
Most curious.
Neil seems a bit off today, though. Lots of energy. Turns out Neil skipped off on his meds today. Not a very good thing. Neil equals ticking time bomb of raptardness. James walks over to us. I can already sense his bad intentions. Hey, James, what's up? Neil just stares at him in a way I've never seen before. What's wrong with Neil? Neil drops his soda on the ground. Oh shit, minorities.jpg. Neil walks away.
Any
Wait,
news?
what?
Each nice to
James
say.
shouts after
Start
him.
one area, and they drop the change of barrels from another.
Neil walks behind one of the curtains in the gymnasium.
Maybe James.
Nothing can be seen in the darkness
Why
over
are they
there.
doing this?
A minute later,
Near as I
Neil
can tell,
appears
the
all the way
barrel
across
serves
the gym on top of the stage we had in there. He is completely naked, underwear and all.
Whoever's following
Aside from the single white glove that Michael wears.
Nikki
Engage
Ray
with the screech. The turret rage is over.
Ready
The turret's frenzy. A downy turret from my original story feels so stereo. Kids just wanna have fun. It continuously plays that single part of the song. There are no randoms around to subdue the turrets. Then a turret rage ensues. Neil jumps off the stage and charges James.
Let me help you.
James is tagged to the ground by the
You
naked
know how
Neil.
to rig a sail, to load a cannon, to wage war
Neil
at
proceeds
sea.
to rub his choke-like, uncircumcised penis all over James's neck and chest. He stopped.
Hey, hey.
Where's the cable now,
This
James?
up.
Oh, the sight was amazing. The turrets run out of the gymnasium crying and screaming. Now that they can sleep straight since the screech has ended.
No
The
shoes,
only people left in
no
the gymnasium
pants,
being the
no
teachers
shirt,
and my friends. Neil and Mike's
That we
pounds
wouldn't
over
notice.
James's face.
That we wouldn't follow.
Neil gets up off of James. His deed has been done.
So that's what
Proceeds
this
to get
is
dressed
about.
again. Just as he
Surrender,
finishes, the
and I will see that you are treated with honor.
Too late, bros.
You wish to treat me with
Teacher
honor.
retells things that have ensued, and they walk over to carry Neil and James out.
Are you
Neil
sure
walks up to me and
this
hands
is
me a
how you
quarter
want
for
to
no
play
apparent
it?
reason. As he is being carried away, Neil looks to be just as peaceful as he always is. Because he did not give a single fuck. He never did, and he never will. Neil waves as they exit through the double doors and screams, "Thank you!" I wave back at Neil, as it is the last time I'll see him for over a year. Bye, Neil.
I'm gone.
You still have that corner. Neil. Clash of the Turrets Part 2. Being the last market period of 7th grade, Neil has been quiet for a while now because the principal claims that he will not deal with the same stuff the grade school did. Neil don't give a fuck, but he is inactive for a while. My classes no longer have a Tard day, so I don't get to see Neil as often. To my luck, my lunch has moved to the same period as all the Tards. Neil starts sitting with us again, with the blessing of his Tard wrangler. Everything is going fine, and then I see somebody walking over to us that looks familiar. Shitmaker.jpg. It's James in all of his dickishness. He has started to grow a pedophile-esque mustache. Tard got held back in Tard classes.
I'm not.
He's a foot behind
I
Neil's
did as
just
you asked. Only Mills was there waiting for me. He's the one that drew that ship here. There was no mutiny. Only him.
I calmly tell him to go away as I don't want to start any trouble.
Then they can have it.
Is that so?
Proceed
Catch
to
us
reply.
anyway. There's nothing to be done.
Frustrated by nobody giving
I
a
can
fuck
think of
about
something.
him, he pushes Neil out of the seat and sits in it.
You wish us to sail
Hey
into
James,
the
that was very
storm.
nice. Let Neil sit
It's our
down
only
again.
chance.
I won't do it.
Neil has had enough of this shit.
All right.
Commence the rap Tard screech. A new lot of Tards have yet to feel the wrath of Neil's screech rattle through their brains, making them ultra-sensitive. Tards all rage. Food is thrown.
Frankly, assassins are not the bad guys in this game.
Penis ripples are flying everywhere.
Yeah, she's an assassin.
Starts smacking him in the chest with it. It's
The guy who went.
starts smacking him in the neck and chest with it, while
He's an
simultaneously
assassin.
reaching James's ear.
And Assassin's Creed assassins are the good guys.
I'll fix your sail for you.
Still restrained, reaching Tards and are about to move on to Neil and James. Neil sees this and goes in for the finisher. He raises his hand, just as he did in the first clash of retards. Falcon Punch charging. Just as the last of the raging tards is restrained, Neil hits James's nuts as if he were trying to kill all of the little Jameses that are stored up in there. James fades out in pain. Neil silences his screech and sits down. It hits the hot one he had just rubbed all over James. The Tard Wranglers finally arrive and carry them both off to HQ as the cafeteria lunches. Neil looks as if nothing is wrong. He simply waves at me and utters that familiar slow words. School, Neil 2, James 0. Neil,
as long as you're about to, you can keep it to my back.
He had 8th grade now, first marking period. Old special ed teacher quit for personal reasons. I personally think she couldn't handle the wrath of Neil. This year, there's a special class you can take if you are interested in using a period of your day to help with
No, you guys pose.
Obviously, I signed up to meet with Neil so that I could make sure and see if Neil was serious. I wanted to Tard HQ that day. There's a teacher. She's young. It seems she really enjoy what she was doing. Everything looks as if it has been going well for the day. Her day is about to take a very unexpected turn for the worse. I am sitting down on the carpet with Neil, helping him read a book on Dr. Seuss. This kid really fucking loves his Dr. Seuss. Neil doesn't understand what half the words mean, so I do my best to help him by explaining the meanings. We come across a word that I'm nervous about. Neil thinks that I'm really not telling him because I want him to figure it out for himself, which I did sometimes just because I felt like it was better for him than me just telling him. Neil is starting to get very frustrated, and for the first time it is directed at me, not somebody else. God, please help me, .jpg. I do my best to calm him down, but he is stuck on the thought that I had the pages that I had told the first word. You do, guys. Here, he does this one, he's a bunch of rank shit. I'm going to die. It didn't matter that I was half foot tall, I was scared shitless. Everybody except the teacher knows what is about to happen. They just watch on as horror as there is nothing they can do. Teacher leans over, thinking she can help. A bad idea. Neil engages wrecked with a screech. Enraging his hard brother. James is on the floor, pissing himself.
And down to Davy Jones's locker order.
Rage that Neil screeching bullets. The teacher gets hit on a stapler traveling at speeds previously unseen by man. KO. Neil now turns towards me and stops the screech momentarily to talk. Tell me what it means, Pooh. In desperation, I tell him it's a bad word that nobody is supposed to say. Neil believes me entirely. He goes the rest of his life, as far as I know, convinced that acumen is just as bad of a word as fuck. All of his anger immediately disappears. He gives me that toothy grin and simply sits back down as if I had just shared some secret with him. I sit down next to him and he whispers, Okay, Neil. Tard Wranglers burst through the door. One carries Neil, the other carries the new teacher to the nurse's office.
And now we gotta do the very fast snippet downstate type, man.
She has no idea what the fuck she's getting into. Neil brings his pet turtle to school.
I'm really getting tired. You're calling my mom.
Me in 8th grade still in the first marking period. The new teacher thinks that it would be a wonderful idea for people to bring in things to show the class. Every day it's a different student. Today that student happens to be Neil. He brings in his pet turtle, Jimmy, to show the class. Everything seems to be going well for the show and tell. Neil is passing around the turtle for people to hold. I mean, it's a fucking turtle. What could happen, right? Seeing as nothing that good is going on, I leave and go to the bathroom. Take a piss in what was probably 3 minutes. It was a very long piss. I walk back into the classroom and utter chaos has ensued. Neil is screaming, Jimmy, Jimmy, where are you? As one of the tards is crying in the corner. I'm assuming Neil let loose a short screech for a second to get everyone's attention. The turtle is gone, apparently.
I see no land, only this interminable
Handing him
fog.
around.
The goals tell us all we need to
They
know.
lost.
Climb into the crow's nest and you'll see.
I run up to Neil and ask him what's wrong. Jimmy is gone. Okay, Neil, calm down. I'll find Jimmy. I start looking around. I search fucking everywhere. The turtle is nowhere to be found. All of a sudden, that fucker James walks in.
Meow.
He's got a big retard grin on his face, and he has been gone since right after I left. Neil immediately catches on and commences the tard screech. Shit goes from chaos to pure clusterfuck in seconds. Not only is Jimmy the fucking turtle gone, now I have a raging mob of tards in a closed space. I scream to James over all of the noise. Where is Jimmy? Where is her? Jimmy is now crying and is of no use. I see a sliver of green in the back of the classroom in the corner of my eye. I investigate the site. It is Jimmy the fucking turtle halfway under a beanbag. He was there the entire time. I pick him up and present him to Neil, who is overcome with happiness to have Jimmy back. Jimmy, thanks, Pooh. The new teacher still isn't able to handle shit, and she is sitting in the corner of the room. Neil's screech may have stopped, but the tard rage hasn't. The tard finds the stapler yet again, and it connects with Mrs. Springer while breaking the sound barrier. Out cold. Tard regulars burst into the room and subdue the tards. Neil is perfectly fine, so he's left in Tard HQ this time, but apparently it was my fault Jimmy was lost.
What?
I am dragged out by the principal who accompanied the regulars. The last thing I see is Neil, there sitting in the corner with Jimmy.
This is not trick or treat.
I got a fucking week of detention. Neil and the secret admirer. So in Neil's class there was one Jody. Jody was above average height, ugly as fuck, half-functioning tard who always wore those fucking berets. She was annoying as fuck. All she would ever do was make blatant lies. And she knew nobody believed her. I mean, she had to. One time she claimed that she was related to Leonardo da Vinci, and she had some stuff autographed by him. And she's fucking Irish, but I digress. So it turns out that she secretly had a crush on Neil. I found this out in a rather frightening way, though. One day during gym was the only class integrated, I was cornered by Jody and her nasty fucking odor. Seriously, the girl didn't know I used deodorant. I swear her stench could counteract Saddam's mustard gas. So she cornered me in the gym and whispered in my ear, "Cool, you're friends with Neil, right?" "Yeah, what about it?" "Do you think he might like me?" I immediately ducked under her arm and ran to the safety of my decent-smelling friends. Later that day, I saw Neil and asked him if he liked Jody.
No.
Jody is gross. She smells like
No.
I laughed and dropped the subject, because it would obviously never happen. So
Hey!
This class, I was cut off by Jody.
I said it's my back, not break it.
Shit, yeah, I hit Jimmy. Jody runs over to Neil with a case of a muscular discharge. She gets screaming in some kind of high-pitched tone, almost like we're on a
Hey! Hey!
Neil takes this as a challenge and unleashes the most mind-deafening rap-tard
Hey!
scream yet. Jody is cut off mid-screen, the power of Neil is just... The tards go...
A blard?
It was as if World War Tard had hit the Tard HQ. Miss Springer is now a little better at handling the situation, but she is nowhere near capable of handling this. This time she has the common sense to get under the desk before the stapler and have a collision that rivals the power of the Haiti Earth.
Master Kenway! Master Kenway!
Yes,
may I help you? Charles Lee, sir. Pleasure to make your acquaintance. I've been asked to introduce you to the city. Help you settle in. No need, sir. I've arranged for your bags to be delivered to the...
Hey!
Stops his screech. See the situation.
By any chance, John,
I can use some help in here.
Pick him up and carry him out of Tard HQ yet again.
your commission is with
I
Edward
wave at Neil
Braddock,
as he is carried out the door.
Aye.
Peaceful.
But he's
As
yet
he is
to reach
every time it
America,
happens.
and I figured I might... Well, at least until he
Chronicles of
arrives.
Neil.
I thought...
Staplers are coming.
Yes? Out with
Eighth
it.
grade still.
Forgive me, sir.
The
I
third
had-
working period now.
I had hoped that
Keep
I might
it up and
discover
I'm not touching your feet
If I
again.
am to serve the order, I can imagine
Terrible
no less
sound.
mental than yourself.
I started to think that I'd never see the wrath of Neil again.
Kind of you to say.
Hello, think
But I
again.
think you overestimate me.
Neil had recently gotten his
Impossible,
first
sir.
cell phone.
This way.
His parents bought it for him so they could keep tabs on it better and whatnot. Neil had a new phone and texted me frequently. As far as I know, I'm the only one he texted. So when we were sitting in class one day, the teacher actually attempted to teach the tards something. Neil sent me a text saying hi. Mrs. Springer saw him send this message, unfortunately. She made the very terrible mistake of taking Neil's shitty cell phone. Neil didn't take this too kindly. In fact, he took it terribly.
It needs
As soon as she took
deodorant.
it out of his hand, he let out a rap-tard screech so fearsome, it made Mrs. Springer drop his phone. At this point, Neil thought she had broke his phone and went into full-on rage mode. I made no attempts to calm him down because she had brought this upon herself. The torrents ran rampant. It was as if Neil was lying tired and he was leading his
I hope
army of
your
tards
sleep
against
was
Mrs.
good because
Springer.
mine was
All he
horrible.
needed was face paint. The tards commenced their attack on everything within their reach. The very same tard as the previous time
I
was
barely
reaching
got
the
any.
stapler, and this time Miss Springer wasn't smart enough to hide under her desk. The tard grabbed the stapler and hurled it with all of his might. When it connected with Miss Springer, it was as if Chernobyl had just happened in her head, and she was down for the count. 1, 2, why even bother? She was fucking out.
Wanted to chase back
Now
one
that
more
it
time
appeared
before
as
going
if someone had
downstairs.
suffered extreme head trauma, I figured I might as well help a little. Turns out that Neil's phone was fine, the battery just fell out. I put it back in and handed it to him as he returned to his realm, not giving a fuck about the damage he had caused. Turns out Neil was leaving early that day, so he bailed before the Tard Wranglers even got there to clean up the mess. Neil just walks out the door, looking at his phone, and simultaneously waving to me behind him. Thank you. See ya, Neil. Don't fuck with Neil's shit. Clash of the Tards Part 3.